It doesn't matter who's wrong or right, just beat it. Just beat it. I'm so late today. Man, the last couple of days it's been so hard to keep up with my life. Like I have to do so much like after work now that it's wild. I mean, should I just not eat before I start stream? Like I feel like I'm starting so late lately. I don't know. I was thinking about it. But if I don't eat before stream and I start on time, then it's like I end stream early because I'm hungry and I'm like, well, I gotta leave and go eat. Maybe the answer is just I should just starve. Maybe that's what we need to do. Because what's a plebeian gonna do? Eat at work? Pfft. Let me tell. Oops. I did something on OBS and I don't know what. So sorry. Hold on. Let's pull up some music. It's a little bit too drab right now. Where's some music? Oh, we've listened to Diana a lot. Let's do like Sessions Vi. Let's do that. Boom. There we go. All right, that's done. Let me pull up the thing on my phone. Gear Gain, hello, hello. Welcome to the late stream 2024. Okay, refresh that. Take a drink of water. Lucas, hi. Okay, chat. I found a website yesterday. How's everyone's day going, by the way? Only 13 minutes late? Yeah, we'll call it that. So, I found a wonderful site. So this site has been shared with me before, but I guess I just never put two and two together about what it actually is. Okay. C++ core guidelines. This website is based. I love this website. I spent like 2 hours today just reading shit in here about like best practices, and I learned so much. And it's like, okay, so let's do like, what are we learning here? Class and class hierarchies and stuff like, hold on, what's a good example here? Define a class with any private data as class, minimize exposure of members, avoid protected data. What's the other one I found that was pretty cool? Because I have a question. It's, I have a question. It's about one of these. Use class rather than struct if any data is private. There's an example of default behavior. There's an example of default behavior. Okay, here it is. Okay, so this is something I read at work, and this is interesting, and maybe you guys can answer my questions here because I have a huge C++ question. So, constructors, assignments, and destructors. These functions control the life cycle of objects: creation, copy, move, and destruction. Define constructors to guarantee and simplify initialization of classes. Cool. These are default operations. And now, I have a question, okay? What does that term default mean? Is it like default best practices and everybody recognize them? Or default like the compiler does special things because of it? So we have a default constructor, copy instructor, and we have a destructor with a tilde, and we've done that before. But then it says, by default, the compiler defines each of these operations if it is used, but the default can be suppressed. Does that mean if I make a class with the tilde destructor function, because X is the class name, right? Does that mean I don't need to define what that means? So I can just have that function listed, and now whenever I call the destructor, it does everything? You can suppress it. That's called trivially destructible. Oh, so that will not work for like SDL textures, right? Because there's an explicit call for SDL underscore destroy texture that handles like deleting textures. So this would not work, right? Because the library we're using, that is because SDL is pure C. Okay, that's the way I kind of figured it. I just wanted to be sure. I didn't know you could do that. If you can avoid defining any default operations, do. Make default operations consistent. If you define or equals delete any copy, move, or destructor function, define or delete them all. Define a destructor if a class needs an explicit action at object destruction, which we will. If a class has a raw pointer or reference, consider whether it might be owning. So that's something I've never really considered before, is who owns the pointer, which I guess I never really worried about. So anyway, that was really cool. I did a lot of that today at work, was reading that website and a couple of other things. So what we're gonna do today is we are going to focus on modules, and if I have time, class enumerations into vectors, but that's a little more complicated. It auto deletes. That is what it meant by RAII type, because yarn is awesome. Oh, you can wrap it with your own types and then define the destructor, so then when it goes out of scopes, it auto deletes. Oh, cute. All right. So anyway, stop distracting me. Okay, so anyway, let's get back on topic here. We have import std. Apparently, we can do this though. Import SDL.h. Semicolon. Does that work? It does. It does not run though. Argument conversion from float to uint32, possible loss of data. Okay, hold on. This was 1000 divided by 6. Also, I looked up FPS stuff. This is not what we're going to be doing, but still. Ah, I just want to run this program. Okay, delete this. Okay, run. Okay. Oh, also, this is fucking with my FPS a little. This needs to be SDL renderer present vsync, and that'll automatically match the frame rate to whatever the monitor is, which you guys don't even see this. So this line here, SDL renderer present vsync, basically now the program will only ever run at the monitor's refresh rate. Doesn't actually solve the problem because there's two different frame rates, right? There's like the visual frame rate you guys see and the frame rate of the game logic, and these are not necessarily always the same thing, although it'd be nice if it was. We just have to remember that when we make the game. I better not catch your ass half defining a default class operations now. Ah! Okay. So now, does this work? It does not. Why? Could not find header unit for SDLH. So this does not work? Wait, I thought this is how you do that. Is it like this? No. Is it like this? I thought you could wrap. Oh, that works. I thought you could wrap a header file as a module so that way it doesn't have to co-compile like 20 times. Remember what I said with SDL being C? Oh, I thought any header file would work that way, but I guess if it's a header file in another language? Well, I thought it was like backwards compatible. Hold on. Google. We swap over to the other view here because we're learning modules today. So let me just C++ modules old header. I thought you could do that using legacy header files in vector H, template, type name T, struct vector, export module vector, header only module library. I'll take examples from one of my own libraries. I have converted to support both old style headers and modules. So that's the old way of doing it. Then the headers for the library will be defined as almost as usual. I thought you could like use modules with old setups. You can just remove all export related statements and convert import statements into includes. No. Import std. Okay, we did that. So are they saying that I need to make a module that includes SDL, export the module SDL, and then use that in my main program? Is that what I'm doing? No, you cannot import a header file. Oh. Reminds me of the story in Counter-Strike where the developer has all the players complaining about the ping, so he made a fake patch. Ah, cute. I didn't know that. What I would do is import SDL as a pre-proc macro in one file and make it a module. So like this, right? So you're saying right-click, add, module. Ooh. C++ file. Hold on, I'll zoom in for you. So we have the choice of adding a C++ file, cpp.h, class, module interface unit. Export module, export void my function. Okay, so we in this module are going to do hashtag include SDL dot header and hashtag include SDL image img. Oh wait, what was it? SDL underscore image. SDL underscore image dot h. Okay, so we did that. Now export module string, export std string, delete all spaces if we're going to do that. No more import of std core. So, is there anything else I need here? Export module, we'll call it SDL. Do I just call it SDL? SDL lib? And that's it. We don't need a function, do we? I think that's it. We don't even need namespace, do we? Can I just do that? There's no way it's that easy, right? Yeah, that. Interesting. Maybe I should look up C++ module example, just so I understand all the information I needed. I wish there was a way to be like, I wish somebody would make a program that's like, this is all the lines of a module. Line 1, line 2, line 3. This part's used for this. This part's used for this. I wish that existed somewhere, but modules are so new. Okay, so using modules. Whoops, I clicked the wrong screen. There we go. Okay, using modules. Export module speech, which we have as module std SDL libs. Export const character, get phrase. Okay, so if we ever want to do that, we would do import speech, which is this. Get phrase. Oh, you don't need to do speech dot get phrase. You can just do get phrase. Oh. Okay, well, if that's the case, this works. So now, all I need to do is import SDL libs semicolon. Does not work. Am I doing something wrong? Can you make your PC sing Daisy Bell with this? What's Daisy Bell? So for those of you who know C++, if I have this module just as a file existing on this project, does my main CPP file not need any sort of like right click, add to file or whatever? It just exists, right? Because it's a source file? It must be. So why isn't that exporting correctly? It's that old song that was first sung what? I don't know enough about modules to say. Okay, so something's going on here. So we have our module.ixx, include SDL header and SDL image header, export this module as SDL libs. Then we import SDL libs with a semicolon, and it doesn't work. A module is identified by the aptly named module name. Following is the grammar of module name. Identifier is a period. That means the module's name is some non-zero number that identifiers are joined by a literal dot. Literally nothing. It's a purely development for you. You may notice that we have an import IO stream and IO stream does not follow the rules for a module name. IO stream is not a module, it's a header unit. This is an important topic. Okay. Basically, any file that contains a module line in the top file is a module unit, which we just made. The next section will cover the meaning of module partition. Important subdivisions. There are several different types of module units, and it's important to understand the meaning of each of them. A module interface unit is a module unit where the module declaration contains the export keyword. There can be any number of these in the module. A module implementation unit is any unit that is not a module interface unit, does not have the export keyword. Partition, I don't care about those. A primary module interface unit is the non-partition module unit that is also a module interface unit. There must be exactly one primary interface unit on the module. All other module interface units must be module partitions. Module partitions. Just like with C++ headers, there's no requirement that modules be split, subdivided. Nevertheless, large source files can become intractable, so C++ modules also have a way to subdivide a single module. Okay, which is the period. I know that. Speech, get phrase English, get phrase Espanol. Export speech, import English, Spanish. Oh, that's cool. Oh, this is how you would have all the dialogue in the game be like English or Spanish or Japanese or whatever. You would just call upon that module's import as, oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Then you would just link the files accordingly. I mean, I guess you would just do that in JSON files, but whatever. Is that old song that was the first synthetically sung song? Save the module.ixx file. Oh, is that what matters? Right click, save. Oh. Did that work? No, because a module declaration can appear only at the start of the translation unit unless it's a global module. Oh, wait. The export has to go on top? Oh. Okay. What's next? Include SDLH. This. Hold on, I'll give you guys a better view here. This line is in the purview of module SDL libs appear erroneous. Consider moving that directive before the module declaration or replace the textual inclusion with the import. Oh, so it doesn't like this. So it considers these erroneous. But if I put this at the end, there's issues. Actually, does it give the same error if that is like that? No. A module declaration can appear only at the start of the translation unit, unless a global module fragment is used. Interesting. So it doesn't give the same error. Check the exporting modules section. I don't dare look up the word export here. Oh. Restrictions on export, import, module, and partitions. The token sequence export import may look weird at first, but it's meaning just what it sounds like. Import the given module, and then export that import so that downstream importers will also have to import the same module transitively. Because of the way they are defined, there are a few important restrictions on how you can fuck, you guys don't read this. Sorry. Because of the way they are defined, these are a few important restrictions on how you can import or export. Export-import is only allowed for interface partitions. The following is not allowed. module, export module, import, export, import foo. No, foo is not an interface unit. The reasoning is fairly simple because a foo, which is this, does not contribute to the interface of a. It is nonsensical to propagate the entities of this into importers. Okay. Export module must appear once per module. It does. Suppose we're defining a module cats. In order to define it, we'll need at least one module interface unit that is not a partition of cats. Oh. Oh. So what happens if we add another module unit that extends cats, like hiss? Not allowed. The export module without a partition name is the primary interface unit, and there can only be one. What? So this is allowed, but this isn't. Because if you just had meow for cats, that would not be acceptable. Because at that point, why would just do cats meow or something? Not cats and then another one for meow. So this would be like this can be like like you can either have a cat that meows, a cat that purrs, but if it's just a cat that hisses, then this isn't allowed because you can only have the primary interface unit. Okay, that makes a little more sense. Oh, you can import header. I was wrong. I should shut up. What? I was right. I knew you could do it. Did I just get the syntax wrong? Tour of modules, module basics, getting started. We did that. We just created that. Here's how it looks. In this example, 5-bin printer objects. Yeah, we did that. Any C++ source file can be treated with a module interface. To do this, simply set the compile as property on the source file to compile as module. The compile as property can be found in the advanced tab on any source file's property page. Oh. So how do I find the header? Oh, I don't have them anymore because I did this. Hold on. Okay, this is how it should read. External dependencies, which should be SDL. Oh God. Okay, so SDL header, that's this. Right click, properties. Okay. Included in project false. True? Properties. There's no property pages. What was... Set the compile as property on the source file to compile as module. The compile as property found in the advanced tab on any source file's property page. Okay. I don't see a compile as though. I see included in project yes or no. Do I want this file? No, this is just defining. Wait, can I just add to this? Can I just have like export whatever at the very bottom? Is that gonna work? Export module, export, oh no. Export module, SDL, lib, semicolon. And then we go back to our main function here. Include SDL lib. Shrown? Hello. Dum Dum. Gary, don't mess with other people's libraries. Why? Are they gonna be mad at me? Okay. Okay, well, I still think we can import whatever. I still think we can do that. Hold on. Does it not need the dot header maybe? God, I hate double. Why does it do double quotes whenever I use it? I hate that. I think maybe it just doesn't need the header. No, that doesn't work. It recognizes it. You fixed your piss boy model? Don't redeem stuff. Also, Shrone, hello. The link I sent, not on the site. Oh, don't touch other people's library code. What is that font? I forget the name of it, but it's cute. Gary, there is literally a section about exporting modules. I thought I was reading it. Maybe try to replace include with import on the module IXX. Oh, I don't want to mess with this. People are telling me not to. There is a way to import headers, but hold on. All right, let's scroll down until we get it. Header units, seeing modules in action, IntelliSense and modules, external modules. Also possible to reference modules that exist on disk. What the fuck? Consuming modules from other modules, consuming modules. To consume modules, use the new import keyword. All exported items from the module interface will be available to use. This example makes use of the default printer module in the first example, importing it on line 5. I already clicked that link. Exporting modules. So what actually goes into the module interface? The example below defines a simple module called default printer, exports a single struct. So we have the module, begins global module fragment. Oh. Then we include, and then we export. Oh, shit. Okay. So now, okay, fuck that. Don't save. Let's make it. We're gonna add a module, and we're going to delete that. We're gonna define the module as existing. Then we're going to hashtag include SDL.header and hashtag include SDL image.header. And then we're going to export it as SDL libraries. Okay, now we save it, go back to our main program, import SDL libraries, semicolon. Okay, it read it. Missing a semicolon before pointer. Okay, well, the module successfully did it. We did import module1.ixx, which is this guy. Can I rename that? What? Wait, I can't rename module 1? Shit. How much has Gary progressed on his banana? We made click the banana, okay? We made it successfully. We also just made a module, by the way, but it's not reading the headers in here successfully. So it does work. It's not giving me an error for missing module shit. Now it's like, it doesn't know what these are, which means it didn't import correctly, but let's keep reading. To break the example down a bit, you can see the new export syntax on 1, 5, and 7. Yeah, and yeah. Line 1 specifies this is a module interface, which is this. Line 5 defines and exports the module itself, this. And line 7 exports a struct. Okay. Each module can export many items, such as structs, classes, functions, templates. The module interface can include headers and import other modules. When they are imported, they will not leak any details from those included headers or modules unless you explicitly import them. This is isolation to help avoid naming collisions. Oh! You can safely define macros and use namespaces in module interfaces too. They will not leak like traditional headers. To include headers in a module interface, ensure you put them in the global module fragment between module and export that. Yeah, we did. This example puts the implementation in the module's interface, but that is optional. If you look back, wait, I know what I have to do. I bet I have to do libraries.sdl.header. That's not gonna work, is it? I thought I was getting clever there. Where can I get access to your banana? Never! You can get access to the touhou game we're gonna make, though. Okay, so this is a module. We're defining these, and now we're exporting it. So this whole module is just render these without rendering them a million times. Now, how do I gain access to these? I thought I could just import this plus this, but I can't explicitly export a module of this header, you know? I can't export module header SDLH. I just want to include the entire thing here. Dang it, I wanted to touch your banana. Ah! Get fucked, boy! Here, the interface defines the module and exports Gen 5. The corresponding implementation uses the module keyboard to define which module the implementation belongs to, so everything can be combined into a cohesive unit automatically at build time. To consume the models, use the new import keyword. So maybe it's a consumption problem. Module, include, import. Okay. All exported items from the module interface will be available for use. This example makes use of the default printer. Your code can consume modules in the same project or any referenced ones automatically using project to project references to static library. Your code can consume modules in the same project or any referenced ones automatically. Is this what I need to look at? Managing reference is the Oh, is it like a dependency thing? Add reference. No. It's not what I'm looking for. Visual C++ can reference extensions SDKs that target Windows 8.1. Add a reference at design time. That contain assemblies. You add the project references by using the projects tab. No. Yeah, it's not really what I'm looking for. External modules. IntelliSense module. See modules in action. Well, maybe we'll check out that. Bjerksen! When was 2023 C++? Oh, November? Damn. Tried import SDLH? Well, we can try. The problem is that, import, SDL header. The problem is this doesn't work because we need a semicolon and now this works. The fuck? Also, God, guys, don't subscribe on YouTube. The alerts aren't fixed. Mattis B, I don't know if you wanted that much attention, but hi. Also, it does work now. What the hell? SDL image.header. And that doesn't work. Why? Oh, because it doesn't need the header? No, it is a header. Oh, because I don't have a semicolon. Wait, this works? Okay, fuck that module. There are build errors. Okay, so this doesn't work. Could not find header unit for SDLH. Delete. Remove. Delete. So yeah, this doesn't work. I'm gonna save the shout out. Try import SDL in the module file. Oh, my man's ignoring my redemption. Stop redeeming beat, guys. It's not fixed. Let me fix it first, and then you can redeem away. All right. It should be automatic. That's the thing. All right. Well, let's add a new module then. Okay. Let's rename it this time because I know this is gonna work. We'll call it SDL. All right. Oh. Wait, do I have to call the module what I'm exporting it as? SDL underscore libs. Okay. So let's export. Okay, so we have a module. It's going to be hashtag include SDL.h hashtag include SDL underscore image dot header, and then export module SDL libs. Now you're saying that instead of include, you want me to import? Buzz. Never mind. Then I don't know enough about modules. Too new for me. Try import SDLH. Yeah, no, this is not going to work. I mean, it's code that reads. So we're going to be importing SDL libs, which obviously is a whole host of issues. In fact, it doesn't even read the module anymore. Why? SDL libs. Yeah, we're exporting the whole module, right? Now this doesn't read. It reads the image, funnily enough. Wait. Did this just work? Okay, now this doesn't read this. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, because I have a semicolon there. Duh. Okay, now this doesn't read this. Wait, I wonder, do you have to put the pre-proc macro after the module export? What? The pre-proc macro? I don't think so. This should be all a module is, right? It's just, what interface is it? The primary interface. Then we're exporting this whole module on line 6, which includes these two headers. Then we import, but now we're having a whole host of issues. SDL libs, just one line? Is it like an underscore issue? IntelliSense is not reliable with experimental features. You should build and read build message. Okay. Top error is module is successfully ran. So we scan sources for module dependencies, which is this library and STD. Both worked. And then it compiled them successfully. But now we have an error, missing semicolon before pointer. So this is currently undefined, which is part of the SDL library. So that's where we're having an issue. But here's the thing. This is... Oh, I guess it is going to be undefined then. Yeah, so there's nothing in there that works. So all SDL functions are kind of goofy. That's why I don't see this, though. It's because this whole constructor's fucked. So the module works. It does successfully compile, but now it's these that have the issue. But we should be able to use old C++ header files with modules. I know they're not C++, but they're header files. So it's in the namespace? Wait, where would I put that? Using namespace. Is it using namespace SDL? No. Name must be a namespace name. I mean, when you include. Can I get an example of what you're talking about? You need the include after the export? No, this won't work. You're gonna have a worse issue, actually. In this case, now we have an error in the module. This include is in the purview of module SDL libs. It appears erroneous. Consider moving that directive, these, before the module declaration, or replace the textual inclusion with import SDLH. So you're saying this And this, whoops, the fuck just happened? This with semicolons. So does that work? Ooh, we got way further. That did work, but it's the same problem. So if we import these, then... Wait, can I just do that in my main program and just call it a day? Is that allowed? Oh my god, that worked! Oh shit! Oh my god, okay. So the question is, does this work without libs being here? Okay, let's copy this whole thing. Okay, remove this completely and delete it. Does this work? Does not. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. I get it. So, we are gonna make a new, whoops, add new, add new module. We're gonna add a module and we're gonna call it SDL libraries with an underscore. This SDL libraries module will have module to make it a module. Then it's gonna have export module SDL libs libraries. Then we're gonna have import SDL header, import SDL image.header with semicolons because I'm a dumbass. And then I just import these now and they work. Oh shit, we got ourselves a banana. Look at this. Does anyone in chat know how modules work? I have no clue what's going on. Well, look at that. I have absolutely no idea why this only works when we have a module importing the exact same two lines. I honest to God do not understand that. But on the other hand, wait, can I move this below and it works? That's a question. Do I always have to export immediately? No, I don't. Okay. So in order to import a header for a C-based library, this library was made in C, not C++, I can treat it like a module. So the benefits of that is because modules are only... I'm waiting for CMake to complete support modules. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Well, the benefit of that is that if I have a bunch of headers that are a bunch of my own headers that used SDL, I don't have to recompile the whole fucking program every time. So even though they're in C, we can treat them like modules in C++. That's based, I think. So now, anytime we ever need anything, anything SDL related, so like TTS, for example, which is true TypeScript, it's, wait, did I do that wrong? Wait, SDL, oh, TTS.header. What the fuck? Why doesn't that work? Hello? SDL TTS.header? Wait, the fuck? Oh, TTF. Okay, true type font. Okay, chat, don't give me that sass, all right? We've all been there. We've all struggled, okay? Don't even act. Oh, it's not there. Wait, what the fuck? SDL test. Wait, SDL. Where's my true type font? Wait, I've done this before. Hold on. Types? No. Wait, where's my true type font? Uh-oh. OpenGL, main, local. Image I'm using. File system, config, CPU info. Audio. Wait. You have to download it? Oh, because I didn't. Okay, my bad. You're correct. I only have. Okay. Okay, based. You're correct. But anyway, we have a banana. Wow, look at that. Modern bleeding edge C++ right there. We now have a module of a C library and it works. Oh, baby. So now chat, now chat, I'm gonna be honest. I want to get away with learning C++ without ever learning what a header does. That's right, I'm never doing if def and def. Fuck that. We're making goddamn modules here, boys. All right, so now since we're on the bleeding edge, let's do this. So what are we gonna do? Well, we can kind of try to implement, uh-oh, hold on. No, this is not working. Wait, what? So renderer accelerated is not grabbing, but neither is image initially PNG. Image load texture function is successfully working because it's grabbing the texture, which is part of the image header, but the initialization and SDL renderer accelerated and present vsync are not working, along with SDL quit. What does that mean? Angus the Boss, 7 streams, god damn. Does it build? Yes. How the fuck does this work? So it's not grabbing the enumerator SDL quit, and it's not grabbing the enumerator image initialization PNG, and it's not grabbing the enumerator SDL renderer accelerated or SDL window shown. So these are all enumerators of value 0. I wonder what that means. If it works, don't fix it. Well, I'm worried that if we have like, what about like, does it read like SDL mouse button down? Yeah, it's an event type. Yeah, an enumerator event type. That reads. But SDL quit. Oh, I just have to highlight it? Oh my god. Okay, never mind, it's fixed. I just have to click it. Okay. Jesus Christ. Bleeding edge technology, I tell ya. It means the LSP is struggling to figure out the modules. Oh, it's fine. All I have to do is click it. How the fuck does this work? Welcome to programming. Yeah, welcome to Bleeding Edge C++, baby. C++ 23. I don't need this loading PNG anymore. Okay, I'm not dumb. I'm big brained. All right. Cool. So now, fuck headers. All right. Any header we need for SDL, this shit's going in the SDL libraries module. All right. And then we're never touching it again. Based. Okay. Now we're going to make a new module. But this time we're going to actually export like a class or something. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a module. And we're going to call this create texture. How about we just call this the fuck it, create texture. Oh, these should have all capitals, right? So now we have export module create texture. Okay, sweet. Whoops. So this is going to be a module. We do need to import SDL.header. Now what's cool is that in our main, that when we compile our entire system, you see like import SDL header here, import SDL header here, import SDL header here. The cool part about modules is that we only ever compile that once, and then we just duplicate that whenever we import the header. That's why you use modules, which is apparently a lot faster. Why is your font? I didn't even finish my sentence. Paladine! Your name reminds me of Dine from Final Fantasy VII, which is like the most average story in that whole story. But anyway, hi. Hello. What was that? Paladine is following. Oh my god, he just comes in, is insulted by my choice of delicious font. Do I really need to double click this every time? Save. Wait, why does it do that? Wait, it still builds though, right? It still builds. Okay, so interesting. Now it's having an issue, but it's not like when I compile it, it has an issue. This does still successfully boot up as an enumerator. It just has troubles catching the enumerators. It's almost like I have to type out like SDL mouse button down, semicolon. And then it's like, oh, this is an enumerated event type. And then everything just catches. And then it's fine. Isn't that weird? It's like I have to like grab it. The LSP is struggling too. IntelliSense is the LSP. Oh, I'm giving you a second chance. Oh, thank you. Gary, that's kind of gay. It's okay. No, it's okay. We don't know their gender. Modules are like an upgrade to pre-compiled headers, but with less macro bleed. Ooh, based. The next time I visit UR stream, I better see you working on some monospace fonts, or I'm literally writing the entire works of Shakespeare in Comic Sans. Excuse me, we are cultured here. This is not Comic Sans, okay? This is ink-free, you uncultured fuck, okay? Ink-free, bold, size 10 font, all right? Get your shit right. This ain't no Comic Sans plebeian text. You're... Okay, stop distracting me. Okay, chat. How do I, if I wanted this whole create texture thing in my class here, and I'm not saying this is how we're gonna do things, but I just have to know. This export module does go here, but then we export class, create texture, parentheses. No, it's not a function, just that. And then we copy, oh shit. Copy, paste, delete. Does that work? And I'm gonna bet it's not. Because it also needs SDL image.header. It's cool that I can just duplicate that every time and just have no issues. Okay, maybe I should spell import correctly. Okay, that should work. Okay. It does not run. Why? Create texture does not work. Okay, now how do I grab... Oh, I need to import it. Duh. Import. Create texture. Okay. Oh my god, it works! Oh, it's that easy! Oh shit. Oh shit. It's that fucking easy. Wow, modules are cool. Copy the definitions of the member function. It looks like I don't have to. What does that mean? Also, the red squigglies are literally ignorable. Every time you see a red squiggly in here, apparently it's having a hard time catching enumerations on the SDL image header. These are successfully working because this wouldn't work unless we had a banana, right? If those image enumerations didn't work, we would have frame rate issues because this is at 60 FPS on my end. You guys see 30, obviously. So this is at 60 FPS and we wouldn't see the banana, but it did work. In fact, all I have to do is type SDL mouse button down, and then that catches, and now all the red squigglies are gone and all of the SDL stuff works. So there you go. That's all it takes. Let him use an IADE. Use NVIM instead, has better LSP. Buddy, if you think I even know what an LSP even stands for, and I'm faking my... Listen, chat, fake it till you make it. I'm faking it until I know C++, okay? Which may or may not be forever. Are those enumerations actually macro defines? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's see. Enum image int flags image int PNG equals 2 F12. So this is type def enum image initialize PNG is what we're using, which is defined as this image int. Okay. Initialization flags. Okay, so it's an initialization flag, whatever that means. Oh my god, look at this dumbass header file. Dude, imagine typing a C-based header file in 2024. Okay, this function loads the dynamic libraries that SDL image needs and prepares for them to use. This must be the first function you call an SDL image, and if it fails, you should not continue with the library. Flags should be one or more flags from image flags, or together. It returns the flag successfully initiated, or 0 on failure. Okay, currently these flags are this one. More flags may be added. Which it's been a few years, you know, a decade. Yeah, there you go. Unlike other SDL satellite libraries, calls to image initialize do not stack. A single call to image quit will deinitialize everything and does not have to be paired with matching image init call. For that reason, it's considered best practices to have a single image initialization and image quit call in your program. While this isn't required, be aware of the risk from deviating from that behavior. Oh, I don't need to delete textures. I can just have, at the end of the program, prior to quitting, SDL, what did they call it? SDL image delete? Wait, what did they say it was? SDL image quit. IMG quit function. Okay. Oh. Can I just run that on my own? Oh, that's so cool. Wait, does that take care of all like floating textures and all that shit? Oh my god, zero cost abstractions. Holy shit, an enum, a sum type? What? An actual named enum? Not always. It can be in some cases defined inside of the program, pre versus code, and it can be defined sometimes even as regex, which can be in some cases be bad. That's why you use an nvim instead. Nvim is just an editor. He can use any LSP he wants to. Let him use the editor he wants. It's a server after all. The editor is just a client. It should be a function call. Oh, yeah, like, close. Image quit. This one. SDL quit. This one. There, like that. And then we run it. There you go. There's your successfully cleaned up program. I don't think we're even creating any pointers that need deletion that isn't based. Although, I guess you could theoretically, or not theoretically, I guess you could have, like, this renderer is a pointer to the render engine, right? And then I pass that, wait, does this function own the pointer of this? So this is SDL renderer pointer L local render engine. Okay, so it's pointing to an address and we're calling that pointer local render engine. Then we define it as this function, whatever that creates. Then we pass that referenced address to this game loop function. And then we use it here. Does this mean this function owns the pointer? Yes, it does. So anytime we use the function here, like here, it's the same pointed whatever, but this function owns the pointer, correct? I'm still kind of wheezy on the whole, like, whatever. You have to call image quit. Wait, what? Image quit. Yeah, it's the same thing. I don't even know if I have an all cap quit option. You're just reading the address of SDL quit and image quit and throwing away. Oh, based. Like here, I'm just reading the address and that's it. So this isn't a function. I can't define it in as anything, right? So do I have to do like, what do I have to do with them? Is it like SDL end of program function and then you call image quit? It is a function. It says void on the front, so it's probably a function. All right, fine. F12. Image quit. Okay. Extern D's SDL call image quit void. Loads an image from SDL data source into the software surface. Okay, don't care. Oh my God, this is so big and it's all comments and shit. Oh my God. Okay, how do we end this? Get error. Ends C function definitions when using C++. __ C++. What the fuck? Image animation, load GIF animation, free animation, load animation typed. Save PNG, read XPM from array to RGB, image load sized, load web, load XV, load XPM, load XCF, load TIF, load TGA, QOI, SVG, PNM, PNG, I know that one. Comments before describe the what? That is cool how like this all works. It's cool how modules work. I'm so happy we got modules working. Now I can do all this shit in there. Ooh. Let's be honest. The real issue here is that MSVC can sometimes be a friggin' mess. Oh. Wait, what? It says void in the front, so it's probably a function. Gary, what do you mean owns the pointer? I mean, like, if I need to delete the pointer render engine, do I delete it in this function now, or would I delete it, like, somewhere else? That's my question. Like, if I wanted to free this pointer or whatever it is. I'm not saying I wouldn't, but just to be clear. I think I should expand what I mean by use NVIM instead. Here's the thing. It doesn't come pre-installed with bloaty regexes that parse your code into pre-LSP. Dude, I have no idea what you're saying. Sorry. MSVC experimental C++23 module. You think clanged or tree sitter know MSVC better than IntelliSense? It seems like it's the only issue. It's like superficial, but now it's fine. It's like everything's running good, and we're treating it like a module, and that's really all I can expect for bleeding edge, you know? Apparently, yes, because he has linking issues with his LSP and getting red squigglies on types he's obviously imported. Well, yeah, but it takes 2 seconds to fix it. It still hasn't been an issue. Now, for the last few minutes. You should probably free it from the context it was created from? I don't think so. TLDR, at Gary the Goo Boy, just continue using this Visual Studio community for now. If you understand it, it's just a tool. Exactly, I think. How am I supposed to know what MSVC version he's using? Or MSVC or UC? I don't know. Is there a way to check? I can look at it with you. I am not discussing this anymore. Damn. Okay, well, cool. Well, thank you for the suggestion. I appreciate it anyway. All right. Let's get rid of these because I don't really know what I'm doing there. All right. Here's what we're going to do, chat. This still runs. No issues. Okay. Now let's get fucky with it because we're going to delete this all soon anyway. Let's make a new module and we're going to be making something called function test. I want to see how many functions I can shove in here before things start breaking. So we're going to export, or no, sorry, it's a module. We're going to include, no. Do I even need to include SDL? I don't think I do. Yes, I do actually, because I'm grabbing like that. So we're gonna call it import SDL header, import SDL image.header. I'm not saying we're gonna do this again, but you know, we'll get there. So do I have to prototype functions? I don't think I do, because it'll go into the import, right? I can export this struct. I can export all the structs I need, actually. So we're gonna copy all these. We're gonna put it in here. So I should export all of these, right? I don't think I can't do it. I think they all have to be exported, right? Now, create texture is having issues because I didn't define... Oh, I'm using the class, so I'd have to import... Well, import std, first of all. And then import create texture. And that works. So now I can delete these. And there's no issues. Yes, there's issues. Oh God. Okay, what's the issue? A global module fragment can only contain preprocessor directives. What does that mean? Create texture, delete texture should go to the create texture module. Oh, you think so? Well, you think so. Thank you. Didn't know that. Okay, because we're defining this function. Okay. Image texture is not defined because image texture is here. Why is that undefined? Why is this undefined? You need to name the module? Do I? It's called function test, right? Oh! Oh God. Oh Jesus, you're right. Okay, my bad, my bad. Okay, hold on. Fuck this thing. Okay, I see what I did. I need to actually import the fucking thing. Thank you. Function. See, that's why I like new viewers. You guys catch me on that shit. Thank you, Mr. M. Wamedi. What do you like, Wamedi or W Medi? Like you're important. Doesn't work because same issue. In fact, let's just copy these, put these in here. Oh, it didn't read it. Yeah, it was because it was part of the texture thing. Because what happened was I deleted create texture as part of the class definition, and that's obviously a moronic move because we need that image texture definition as initialized in the class. Okay, so fuck those things. So this works, right? Doesn't work. Why? A global... Okay. Warning. A global module fragment can only contain preprocessor directives. So I don't need this anymore. Was that the issue? I guess I don't need these either. Oh, I do need SDL get error, to be fair. Oh, these aren't found. I do need to prototype them, don't I? Identifier not found, identifier not found. So it's not finding the functions. I thought if I put them in here, that would be enough. So I do have to export them, maybe? No, it didn't work. Oh, I didn't prototype. Oh shit, these are functions, chat. I'm such a moron. Fuck. Okay. I'm an idiot. These are functions. So now these will go in here. Okay, now we import SDL image.header, import create texture. Okay. Does this work? I don't think so. Because holy shit, this is going to be so complicated. I don't think this will work. So now delete this. Oh God. Make screen size. So this needs to move over here. So it still doesn't know these functions though. Is it like function test dot initialization? Function test dot close? Is that how that works? Function test. I mean, it identifies it successfully. Oh, I need to prototype here, don't I? Wait, do I? Does it tell you a line number? What's the module for at the top? Oh, this is module function test. I just want to see if I can shove all of my functions out of main and into over there, right? That's all I really care about. I just want to see if that works, you know? But clearly, we're having issues here in terms of getting everything working. Game loop identifier not found. Close identifier not found. Is it because we're exporting? Is that the issue here? But game loop should be there. Do I need to actually prototype everything here? Is that what I have to do? Doesn't work. A global, okay, points to this line. Warning C5202. A global module fragment can only contain preprocessor directives. What does that mean I can't put functions in there? Because those are runtime things versus compiler setup. Is that what's going on? It's like, if I want to import headers, that's fine. If I want to make a class or something, that's fine. But if it's like a runtime based function, I can't put it in like a primary interface of a module. It would be : : nope. When it comes to modules, they let you use a period. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Initialization. This should work. Why doesn't this? What's wrong with this? Could not open this module. Why? Why couldn't you open this module? What's wrong with that? Is it because it's like runtime shit? But then does like the main game loop need to go in the .cpp file? Are modules really only for like at compilation shit? Because are you really never going to be creating a texture class object inside of a runtime program? Although I guess you could be referencing like modules that have that information, not necessarily that it's running. Put export in front? Oh, because we're exporting both. Oh shit. Chat, you're so smart. So we have to export these functions in order for like main to even see them. Oh. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, progress. So this close identifier is not found. So fuck that for now. Because we didn't prototype it probably. Okay. So all that's left is function test is an undeclared identifier, but it does find the module now. So it finds the module function test. Now, the only issues is that these are undeclared. So maybe I don't need this now and I can just do that. I don't need close anymore. So does that work? Oh, shit. Oh my God. There's my banana. Oh shit, we're module pros now. Oh, you can't stop me, chat. Well, there we go. Holy shit. Now, here's the based move. can I do this? That's the question. Can I get away with that? Oh! Chat, we're ready to make a goddamn video game. Can you show the file name tab on stream? Yeah, I can do that. All I have to do is just move my thing up a little. Boop. Is that enough? No, it's not. Boop. There, is that cleaner for you, chat? There and there. Is that better for you? I think it might be. Look at that. There we go. So now we have our main CPP file, our module function test that contains all initialization shit and the game loop. We have our create texture class and all the functions associated with that class. And we have our SDL libraries that are imported to basically everywhere in the fucking program. We took a library that was written in C and used a very recent innovation in C++ modules, wrapped the, I think it is wrapping. We wrapped the C header file, C library, in the module interface. And now, whenever we render this program, compile it, we are saving ourselves a ton of time. Ignore the red squigglies. This is a side effect of bleeding edge technology. They are successfully working. Otherwise, we wouldn't have our banana. Baby, I'm pumped. I'm ready for tomorrow. I'm debating whether or not we go to making art for the game tomorrow, or nah, we probably won't get to the point even where we use the art. We can just use like rectangles and shit. If you have the function definition before you call the function, you don't need to prototype it. What? So you're saying I don't need the prototype here. Wrong, I need to prototype it. Holy shit. So this does need prototyped before, because I call game loop in the initialization function. And now it works. Okay, wow. That's gonna need a lot of testing, but yeah, this is my main file. There you go. That's cool. Gary, that's what they were saying? Oh. Cool. You see a PP? No, you see my banana. Okay, chat. So before we make the game, is there anything else we need to look up today? Maybe better frame rate system? Because right now our frame rate's based around like SDL delay, which is probably bad. So what's a better way of doing that, chat? Do we do something like int frame rate equals 60, int second equals int 1 second equals 1000. Then we have is this ugly? 1 second is equal to 1 second divided by frame rate. If, oof. How do I stop the program from going until this is done? This is an ugly way of doing it. Hold on. I'm trying to think about how to do it without using SDL delay. You still need the function call. As I said, if you have the function definition before you call the function, you do not. Oh. If you move the definition above the call, you don't need the prototype. Yeah, prototyping is only required if you define the thing after you use it the first time. In general, you want to define things in the order where you don't need to prototype them and only use the prototypes when you get a circular dependency. Oh, so you're saying the better way to do it would be to move game loop above initialization. So take this whole line, move it here. And that's how you would do it. Okay, based. I can do that. To be honest, SDL getTick 64 would be a good starter. Chrono has higher resolution, but it's standard library. Query performance counter is too deep into Windows 32 API. Yeah, I don't want to do Windows 32 shit. getTick 64 would be a good starter. Chrono has higher resolution. So what's SDL getTicks? getTicks 64. What does that do? uint 64, getTick 64. Oh, so you're saying... Actually, hold on. Before we do anything, how does this run right now with VSync enabled? Too fast, right? This is like... Oh, I know what this is, chat. We're VSync enabled right now. This is my monitor's refresh rate, which is 144, which is a weird number, but it's 144 hertz is my monitor refresh rate. So this game is running with VSync enabled. Is there anything wrong with that? As long as we base our game logic around a set number, like 30 or 60 FPS and not any higher, but we have the animation play at VSync, is there any issue with that at all? Are there people out there who do not want their games to be reliant on VSync in order to like be? At that point, why not define game loop in a different file? Because this was an experimental day before we start on everything tomorrow. I just wanted to see if you could even do that, you know? Yes, it's bad. Why? I actually don't know. Is it like a performance thing? Like, I'm trying to think, like, logically, why would somebody not want VSync always enabled, you know? Yeah, you can do things either in terms of time or frames, but you don't want time because people can set the time. That's why security never uses, like, based on system clock RNG, right? You might want to decouple game tick from FPS collision. Could go wild, I guess. Yeah, we're not gonna be basing our game's logic for like collision detection on VSync because that is variable. It's like those old video games that have like the speed of the characters are based on the refresh rate of the game or something. Like, wasn't that like a Diablo like 3 bug or something, or Diablo 4 or Diablo Immortal or something, where like if you unlock the frame rate, then shit breaks? Oh no, that was Cyberpunk. Yeah, Cyberpunk, if you unlock the frame rate or something, then things like break apart. But as long as our game's logic is based around 60 FPS, that should be fine, right? We don't care what the animation refresh rate is. As far as I'm concerned, go hog wild with animation shit. It's more like the game's logic needs to be set. Zelda Breath of the Wild has some breaking physics if you set the frame rate higher than 30, wall clock higher than 30, frame FPS. Oh, yeah, sorry. Separate conversations. If you set the frame rate higher than 30 FPS. If you use wall clock to do timing, seems like a very lame mistake. You might want to decouple game tick from FPS collision. But if I do that, chat, if our collision detection and all the game logic is separate from animation that you're seeing the banana spin at, is there any problem? Oh, there is no problem with it, but right now we haven't done that, correct? So right now the banana is our game logic. So the faster it spins, the more we fucked up. And in this case, it is in fact spinning at 144 hertz a second. Or God, it is spinning at 144 hertz, which is already represented as a unit of time. So at 144 frames per second, how do we decouple the animation from collision? Do I want to, or do I just want to set everything at 60? If that's the case, why do we have this line? I'm trying to think about how to do this here. So right here at this line, I'm going to press enter. Okay, so this is the rest of the line. Currently, when we make our renderer, there are two things that are enabling it. SDL renderer accelerated and SDL renderer present VSync. This is what enables VSync on the renderer. So if I delete the accelerated part, what happens? Okay, so same thing. We're only doing VSync here, but still we have frame rate issues. I wonder if we can just keep that there forever. Is there another SDL renderer thing dealing with like FPS? Accelerated, present VSync, software, target texture. Wait, wait, I should, it's telling me that I have the option of making a separate render engine. I say render engine in the lightest sense of the word there. Like render option for a specific texture? What would be the use of that? Why would you want a separate renderer for a specific texture? The only thing I can think of is like, if you want, actually, the only thing I can think of honestly is that you have a main character who needs a lot of dedicated rendering, and then like a bunch of smaller shit around them that needs like its own rendering, you know? For like divvying up the responsibility, maybe? That's the only thing I could think of. 2.5D games? What do you mean by that, Sassy Fajita? Sassy Fajita, I know you've been here before. I love your name. I have a 60 hertz display. Can I play your Touhou game? Yes, because VSync is just 60 FPS for you then, right? It's just I'm trying to think about how we can decouple animation frames from game logic, and I don't know how to do that yet. Is it rendering onto a texture in the game like a monitor? Is it for rendering onto a texture in the game like a monitor? 2.5D nuts! Not to render certain textures on the GPU. Oh, well, let's read it. F12. Okay, what do you got here? The renderer supports rendering to texture. Present is synchronized with the refresh rate. The renderer uses hardware acceleration. Oh, I do want SDL renderer accelerated because that allows me to use hardware acceleration, and it uses SDL render software. The renderer is a software fallback. Oh, shit. Oh, chat, SDL is so cool. Type def struct SDL renderer info. Oh. Supported SDL renderer flags, the number of available texture formats, the available texture formats, the maximum texture width, the maximum texture height. SDL vertex. Oh, chat, there's so much cool shit in the documentation. Okay, well, let's drop that for now. So, come back here. We do want, then, SDL renderer accelerated, because we want hardware acceleration when we can get it. Okay. Sweet. Yeah, so like the big screen TV screen in Mario Kart. Oh, 2D characters on a 3D background. Oh, chat, you're so smart. Okay. What? Wait, where were we doing? Oh, frame rate. Okay. Now, chat, this is where I'm going to kind of, maybe you guys can point me to a resource or something we can read together. How do I decouple game logic, which is this loop here, from the rest of the program that is going to be VSync animation based? I guess I could just make everything together. Can we do it without VSync? Do I want to? Chat, is there a reason people don't want VSync? I wonder what present mode SDL use without VSync on. Intermediate mode. I learned a bit about Vulkan. That's all I know. Oh, let's try it. If we don't have, where's my initialization? God, it's almost like I could fix my modules. Let's get rid of present VSync. Now, chat, I know what's gonna happen here, and if you don't know, get ready. Let's render the banana with no VSync limitations. Basically unlocked frame rate. Now, you guys see this at 30 FPS, so it probably looks amazing. I see it at like, what? Unlimited? For you guys, it probably looks cool. For me, it looks like a disaster. It looks like a shuriken. Do you see tearing on my end? Yes. It's really hard to show you though. I think this is tearing, yes. Or no? I guess, I don't know. I don't know what tearing looks like. It's really hard to say. I think it is around the corners, like up here. It's like tearing. That's when delta time comes into play. Also, no, my CPU is fine. But yeah, basically it's unlocked frame rate. So that's what happens if we don't have VSync enabled. That's when delta time comes into play. What is delta time? Ooh, let's look it up, chat. Oh, flashbang. Jesus Christ, chat. Warn me. Oh my God. Okay. C++ delta time. Delta, it represents a change in something, right? Because that's what we do at work. If there's something changed about like somebody's like insulin or something, it's like M change or something like that, because M is like the medical sig for like noon, right? And then change, like the delta, means there's been a change since you last saw the medication. It could be time, or it could be like, you know, amount of units or something. That's usually what that represents. So by delta, you guys do mean like a change in time, right? Yeah, it just means change in time. Okay, sweet. Let's learn timing and calculate FPS. Okay. I am calculating the delta time for my video game, so the game speed will not go insanely fast when someone's PC is fast. Okay. I use the clock function from the ctime library to measure the time. The problem is that my FPS is so high that delta time is 0, so my game speed is also screwed up. What the fuck? Okay. He does, and this is incorrect, by the way, I acknowledge that. He does delta time is equal to clock minus old time. Double FPS is equal to 1 divided by delta time times 1,000. Old time equals clock. Wait. What is wrong with this? So he has, I'm assuming this has already been established earlier, or initialized earlier. He has delta time is equal to the clock function from ctime library minus old time. So basically the next frame. This FPS is equal to 1 divided by this number times 1,000, which is gonna be, wait, shouldn't it be divided by 1,000? Is that the issue here? Both the literal 1 and the variable delta time are integers. Integer division will truncate the result, so 1 divided by anything larger than 1 will always be 0. You need to use floating point. 1 divided by 1.0 divided by delta time. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, this is not a good resource here, but that's okay. Is delta time an int? Yeah, that's what they caught it. This is exactly the lame mistake What's Up was talking about, which isn't precise enough. Oh, the int float debate. Okay, cute. Oh, get the number of milliseconds since SDL library initialization. Returns an unsigned 64-bit value representing the number of milliseconds since the SDL library initialized, which is at the start of the program. Note, you should not use SDL ticks past macro with values returned by this function, as that macro does clever math to compensate for the 32-bit overflow every 49 days that SDL get ticks suffer from. What? So if you leave my game running for 49 days straight, there's a 32-bit overflow? Wait a second. There are games out there that are made in SDL, like Counter-Strike and Team Fortress 2. I wonder if you could fuck with them. STD chrono high resolution clock. I mean, if SDL already solves the problem, 787 suffered from that same problem. Boeing 787s must be turned off and on every 51 days to prevent misleading data? What the fuck? Wow, this came out when I was in flight school. Holy shit, that is so topical. Is that what happened? Is that why the airplane crashed in like Africa? Where like the pilots kept trying to steer up, but the plane just stalled more? Or steer down, but the plane wouldn't let them? Interesting. Anything like that with the aircraft is unhealthy? Wow, that's so cool. I mean, horrifying, but cool. That's a 737 MAX, unrelated. Oh. Don't mind that. SDL GetTick64 uses a 64-bit number that's big enough for years. Yeah, somebody's gonna play my game for a couple of years at a time. Hopeful. For example, if you want to wait 100 milliseconds, you could do this. Const uint64 timeout is equal to SDL GetTick64 plus 100 because you want to wait 100 milliseconds. Well, hold on. Before we actually add this, chat, let's work on this together. Why does this work the way it does? Let's ask ourselves this. We have a constant uint64 timeout. uint64 is the equivalent of a double, right? So what we're saying is that we are making a double constant called timeout. It's going to be equal to this number, which is the time since the program was initialized, plus 100. Why does that work? Oh, because while this function is less than timeout, which is 100 milliseconds longer, wait. Okay, well, we can do math here, right? We can do like 1,000 divided by 60 or something, and that would be the same thing. No, 64 bits, not a double float. What? Trying to counter the natural rise caused by the larger engine off bad values, which are not fail-safe. Yeah, it tried to tip up or tried to tip down, and the nose kept compensating automatically. What if I want to play for 600 million years? 64 bits, not a double float. GetTick64 returns the millisecond since it started. uint64 is the long int or long int. Oh, sorry, haven't used much of that. And I was reading that C++ best practice website run by Bjorks, and he was saying that you should always use uint32 or uint16 or uint64 because different operating systems define int differently, which I don't know why that matters, to be totally honest with you. Like, if you compile a program and you give it to somebody else to install on their computer, does it matter how the operating system defines an int? Because when the program's actually running, but when the program's running, okay, never mind, I see why. Because the computer needs to communicate with the program, which is just a set of instructions. Timeout is the timestamp in the future. Yeah, exactly. Gotcha. Okay, so basically this will tick to infinity. That's what you guys are saying. So let's recreate that. So we're gonna make, under game loop, we're gonna make a const uint64 called timeout. We're gonna make it equal to SDL. Wait, didn't I type that somewhere to test it? Oh God. I hope I didn't type that somewhere I shouldn't have. Was it here? No? Here? No? Okay. Here? No, okay. So SDL get ticks 64. What's the difference between get ticks and get ticks 64? Oh, it's a uint32. Oh, I get it. So basically, if somebody leaves a program open for 49 days, it fucks shit up. Okay, I got you. So now, oh, no. Plus 1,000 divided by 60, which is 60 FPS, right? So now, SDL, no, while... Ooh, chat, I'm gonna ask you a rhetorical question after I reset the music. Okay, I'm gonna ask a rhetorical question because I'm gonna answer this myself. Would I have the target FPS before or after this while function or while loop? It would go before, right? Right? I guess it doesn't matter because both need to be true. But I guess, yeah, okay. I don't know. Never mind, it's not rhetorical. Answer the question. Would it go before or after this while loop? I think it goes either way. What? Yeah, PC architecture is different between Windows machine and a Mac. You'd want a fraction to multiply your animation advance by. 1000 divided by 60 is equal to 16. Oh, so we do this manually then. So if I want 60 FPS, I'm not adding by 100, which would make it 100 milliseconds, which is 10 frames a second. So hold on, let's just try this. While SDL get ticks 64 is less than SDL, no, timeout, run this program, which is this. So this should work, and it should be, ooh, missing something here. What's going on? Missing a semicolon before. What? Uh-oh. Oh god, it's all breaking. What? So I do need to... Wait, what? Did I fuck something up? I am. There we go. Okay, sorry, I was missing curly braces. Oh god, it crashed. Program crash in like a big way too. What happened? So all I did was make this and it crashed. Huh. What is it you're trying to accomplish? Just adding an FPS without doing SDL delay. Do you ever change timeout? Listen, chat, I don't need your sass, okay? So this will go here. Do I want this like this? Because aren't I recreating timeout like a million times? Is that okay? Oh god. Okay, no, that didn't do anything because now we have unlocked FPS again. It looks cool though. Yeah, your sleep loop will only run for 100 milliseconds. What? Oh, do I need to reset it? No, I do reset it. Oh, no, I don't reset it. Oh, shit. So at the end of this, I need to be... Do I need to copy and paste this? Is that what's going on? Is that my life? You cannot assign to a variable that is const. Oh, shit. Wait, what? You can't change a const. You want a time step from the start of the last frame. Wait, what? Oh, this is only to solve... Okay. So this is if I just want it to wait 100 milliseconds, but we have to be careful because we want it to wait 100 milliseconds every frame. So all I have to do is now not make this const because this is going to change every frame. So now this will work. No, it won't. Fuck me. Okay. Because now I need to set it to this again. So copy, paste. Fuck. All right. What am I doing wrong? Is it like a logic thing or? SDL sleep? No, I think we're doing it right. I'm just kind of confused about how I'm taking the last frame and implementing it to update timeout. No, you want to render the frame and then use getTick64 to see how many MS have changed since the last frame? Okay, let's think about this. I have a long double, whatever it's called, timeout. It's going to be equal to this function plus 100. Then wait until basically 100 milliseconds have passed. And then do this. And then do it again. What's wrong here? Should I do something like this? Oops. Should I do something like put this up here? Just make sure it exists, and then timeout is equal to that. So every time we finish rendering the frame. Oh, oh shit, I see what's going on. So this will go outside first, I think. So that's making timeout. Now, this will run successfully for the first frame. Then, timeout is equal to plus equals timeout plus 100. No, that didn't work at all. What the fuck? Gary, what are you doing? Basically just move banana angle out of the sleep loop? What? While isn't waiting. Oh! Oh! SDL get ticks is less than timeout. Oh shit, chat, you're so smart. Okay, hold on. Shut up. Okay, I can't read, all right? So that is fine. Now, so this is always less than timeout. So what we should be saying is when it's greater than, when it's equal to timeout. Oh, shit. Oh, so when it's, okay. Why do you put SDL get tick 65 timeout in a loop? Because the idea here is that while this is... Wait, why is this in a while loop? Hold on. Wait a second. uint64 timeout. That is what I want. I basically hold up. What I'm trying to do, maybe while's not the right word, but what I'm trying to say is that timeout should be refreshed every frame to this number plus 100. And then, maybe not while, but while this number is less than timeout, wait. So maybe, I'm trying to think about a better way to phrase this. It's not a while loop then. It's like until, is that a word? So it's like the opposite of while. Shouldn't timeout just be a context point per, whatever, context exp int like 100, and then you compare get ticks to it if in a statement. You can almost hear the connect building. He's close. Equals is assignment, compare is equals, but you can't be sure get ticks will ever be exactly timeout. Could be one less than timeout for one call, but one more. So what would we want then? Oh, that's true. What if there's like lag or something? Is it be greater than or equal to? So maybe just that and that's it? But is it really just that easy? And then every frame we reset timeout to be equal to SDL get ticks 64 plus 100. It doesn't work because... Oh, this is not function called correctly. Okay, go. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at the chat. Oh, that's so beautiful. Thank you. True. Okay, so now we are guaranteed 10 frames a second. Now, if we want 60 frames a second, it's 16.666. So you'd have to get like float F frame target is equal to 1000 divided by 60. Floats are okay, right? We're okay with decimals here. It's going to be then frame target and then frame... Fuck, this needs to go up here. Frame target. Does that work? Oh, there we go. 60 FPS. Oh, shit. Timeout is equal to SDL while less than timeout. Gary, just only put the poll event in the timeout. What? No, I think I did it right. You always manage to make things working in the weirdest ways, but it's really fun to watch. Thank you, Lucas. So now, chat, we have just figured out our game logic, and only our game logic is now frame rate based. But here's the deal. What happens if we come back here to our initialization and we enable, I'm going to do the full desktop here so you guys can see it. In addition to hardware acceleration, SDL renderer present vsync. Now, what the fuck happens? I don't know. My guess is what might happen is that the game logic runs at 60, but our animation is based on vsync. So we'll see how it works here. Chat, does that look like higher FPS to you, even though it's the game logic is at 60? I can't tell. Is that something we can tell visually? Am I a moron? How do I know if VSync's enabled? How could we possibly know? Maybe you guys can tell with your 30 FPS goggles. Chat, we all know the human eye cannot see greater than 60. So maybe this was the test they used? Because I'm trying to visualize. The banana itself is spinning at 1 degree every frame at 60 frames a second. So it's turning 60 degrees a second. That looks like 60 degrees a second, right? I guess we can measure it. How long is one full rotation? It should be 6 seconds. Your refresh rate, 144, is higher than the frame rate, 60. Which is good. Well, hold on, let's think about this. If we have the target frame rate of the banana at 60 for the purposes of collision, could we have like 2 different frame rates? So like if we ever have like animation engine, you know, engine smoke or something like that behind our ship, if we have a Touhou game, right? If we have a ship and the engine smoke is spewing out back, can I make that a different FPS than the collision detection? Yes, I can. Because in the collision engine we're gonna have, that module, we can specify a frame rate, right? Say what? So the idea here, chat, is that can I have animation that looks like it's 144 frames, but for the purposes of collision, have the logic based around 60 FPS? Game tick is not FPS. You only have 1 FPS. So with a refresh rate of 144 hertz, you're displaying the same thing, 144 divided by 60, 2 times. What? With a refresh rate of 144 hertz, you are displaying the same thing 2 times. What does that mean? Are you saying I'm rendering twice as much as I should be by having a different... Oh, no. I'm sorry. Okay, ignore hardware limitations, chat. Just spiritually, okay? Channel your inner self, okay? Obviously, hardware limitations, okay? I get it. But like, for the purposes of our game, we can separate animation FPS from collision detection. Game tick, whatever you want to call it. Exactly. 60 FPS would look exactly the same as 144 or 60. So your question doesn't make any sense. Okay, well, let's try it. So this game loop, it will tick 60 times a second. Okay, that is how often this game loop ticks. Now, if I have, well, I guess the game loop would be different, but the idea here is that if I call, you know, banana.collision, whatever, right? If I call that function, can I make any sort of collision call be equal to 60 FPS? Because, oh no, I guess it wouldn't. Maybe I should just make this simple. Just make the whole thing based around 60 FPS and fuck VSync. Should I do that? I guess that'd be fine. It's 60 FPS, tying game logic to animation just seems like it would make everything so much easier, you know? You're only updating the graphics 60 times a second, but you're displaying the graphics 144 times a second. It's the exact same graphics 2 times. Here I am. But I'm obviously right here, chat. I understand that this is only 60. It would look 60 forever. But what I'm saying is, I'm not even gonna do it. It's fine. We'll just make the whole game 60. The idea is that I would take this out. I would tie this to VSync by enabling VSync under our renderer here. And the idea there is that the game would run at your VSync monitor refresh rate, but the game logic will always be based on 60 FPS. VSync waits for the monitor to say, okay, send me the data. Without VSync, you might start rendering while the monitor is in the middle of drawing. That causes the tearing. Oh, is that why somebody was asking if the banana was tearing? Oh, in that case, it wasn't earlier. I don't know who asked. It might have been What's Up. Somebody asked if the banana was tearing, but theoretically then it would not have been because we had unlocked FPS, which that might have been the test we ran without VSync, in which case it would have been tearing. Whatever, it's complicated. Anyway, all that is to say, we're ready to make the game tomorrow. The test has been done, okay? Was the banana peel? Cute. Unless you have double buffering and context swapping, that sounds complicated. Nope. Nah. Why is it called Gary and Cass now? Because we're gonna call the game Gary and Kassavia. Gary and Cass. It's gonna be the name of our game tomorrow. Which, by the way, chat, just so you don't get your hopes up, I'm expecting to spend like 7 to 10 days on this game. Like 20 to 30 hours is kind of the goal right now to get my first real video game done. I think 20 to 30 hours of work on a single video game, that's like a good first project number, right? So the idea here is that we wouldn't have scope creep. That's kind of the goal, right? Because I'm giving myself a deadline. of 20 to 30 hours to make the game. We don't have like a million scope creep issues. And I think it's more important to just get out a bunch of video games than like making one super video game for my first project. My first real project, not click the fucking banana, okay? And I don't know. I just want a finished game. That's the goal. That's gonna be the plan tomorrow. Which means, by the way, now that we have modules running, which based, by the way, I love modules. As a guy who has never imported a header in his goddamn life, modules are based AF, okay? You might present another frame during the monitor drawing. So the upper half of the display the previous frame while the bottom half displays the current frame. Yeah, that's tearing, right? I got you. Hey, Click the Banana is a AAA game. I think it's like a triple Z game if you catch my drift. Chat. That's what we used to say about my Path of Exile builds. It's like if Quinn 69 builds are Z DPS and Mathel builds are Z tanky and Zizarin builds are Z fun, my builds are ZZZ builds. The worst of all worlds. Yeah, that's what I've been telling you this whole time. Based. More of a triple X game? No lewdness. Fuck that. Jesus Christ, chat. This is 2024. All right, chat, I have everything I need. Wow, that's... Thank you, Wallpaper Engine, for pulling the giant middle finger to chat. All right. Heck you. All right, here's the deal. All right. Okay, can we just get a new wallpaper, please? This is a little bit much. Okay, that's too flashbangy. Okay, based. Okay, so here's the plan. We're gonna end stream early today because tomorrow's gonna be a busy day. It's gonna be the first game day. It's gonna be a Touhou game. We're gonna call it Gary and Cass. And the main menu screen is gonna look like this. A commissioned art piece by Casavia, which is the most beautiful fan art I have ever seen in my life. Now, I've had fan art done of me before, but goddamn, this is amazing. So this is the program. In fact, I kind of want it to be this resolution so we have like the raw image size. I don't know. This seems like a good resolution for our game. So, and then that's going to be what we do. And our main character is going to be me and Casavia on a little kitty with a rainbow trail behind it, shooting out its ass. And we're gonna kill things. Was it commissioned or was it fan art? Casavia, the VTuber on the front of the cat, commissioned this art of us. So she paid for the commission. Click the Banana is just a couple steps away from Diablo 2. No, it isn't. So yeah, that's why we're calling it Gary and Cass, because we're gonna have a little Gary and Cass play options. Actually, we're not gonna have options or anything. We're just gonna have play. Play, quit. You don't get options. You don't get resolution. You don't get frame rate. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be an adventure. It's gonna take many hours. Oh God, it's gonna take so many hours, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna make the game. So I'm thinking we're gonna end stream early today. I'm gonna be in the Discord. We have a little after party call thing that we join in the little hangout spot. Discord link is below the stream. Just click the little hold on, where is it actually? Here, little Discord button. Click there if you want to join. I will be in the after party for a bit, and yeah, you just move the mouse and click stuff. The rest is details. Exactly. So we're gonna make the video game tomorrow. That's why we're ending early today, because tomorrow's gonna be a long stream. I'm thinking that tomorrow I start super early and I start making art for the game, like a main character at least. And maybe even starting on the parallaxing backgrounds, because I do want that. I want a parallaxing scrolling background. Weddy, fuck, I've called you that like 4 times. That's your name now. Your name's just Weddy, all right? Hi, Weddy, thank you for following. I do an art stream, and then at 4:30 p.m. I link in the Discord like, hey, we're starting the stream now. Now we're going to program. I think that's what we're gonna do. Or we just start making the game and just worry about art later. Or maybe you can even get Casavia to make the art. Ooh, maybe. Oh, that would be kind of smart. I can get her to make the art, like a pixel, like main character. And then I just program the game tomorrow. We'll see. Anyway, that's gonna be the plan. That's gonna be everything. Only 2 hours sort of stream today? Well, it's just because tomorrow we're gonna have a lot to do. What's up? And I know myself. I need tonight to do stuff, because if I don't, I'm gonna put it off and we're gonna get a dirty room and fuck dirty bedrooms, okay? So where are you, chat? What are you doing hiding up there? Get down here. All right, you know what's coming. Chat, see you tomorrow. It was a short stream today, but we're gonna have a long stream tomorrow. We're gonna start making our game. All right, give me a good lick. Goodbye. Ooh, chat, you're tasty. See you later. Bye. I can't keep my eye open.